Night, the dim mask had grown a wonderful face. Savitri was facing death, death who is none but the dim mask of night. It is that mask which has suddenly become now a wonderful face. A transformation has taken place in death. He is now not that embodied nothingness, but he is somebody else. He is now his true self, the transcendental self. Death, the embodied nothingness, challenging Savitri, challenging her divinity, challenging her assertion that the powers of the spirit can be established in this creation. He, the denier, was refusing all that she would like to happen here. It is that death who has been conquered. Death wanted to see the eyes of the mighty mother. His Savitri was holding the mighty mother in her soul. Then death wanted that mighty mother to look into his eyes, to look into his eyes. He respected only strength and not wisdom. Savitri had to show her strength. And suddenly, Savitri is a different Savitri. And therefore, death tells Savitri, if the mighty mother is seated within you, let her look into my eyes. If she can do that, then here is death, who would give Savitri Satyavan back to Savitri. The moment death tells this thing to Savitri, Savitri at once recognizes that death has conceded victory to her. And at once a mighty transformation comes on Savitri. Savitri thrusts aside the veil she had put on. The incarnation is now standing bare in its full power in front of death. Death cannot stand up to the demands of that mighty power, the presence of that mighty power, and he runs away. He wants to go away from her and take refuge in the night. Night refuses to take him. Death wants to go away and take refuge in hell. Hell refuses to accept him. Death wants to take refuge into the void. It is into that void death disappears. He throws away the form he had taken as a challenge to challenge Savitri. Finally, his shape crumbles in the void, and what remains of him is the true pure form in the transcendent, the true death in the transcendent. Savitri recognizes him for the same who snares our lives, one whom her soul had faced as death and night. The transformed death Savitri recognizes was until now none but death and night who confronted her in the battle against truth. He gathers with the transformation, he gathers all sweetness in his being. His shape is transformed. Not that darkness anymore, not that sad, destroying might, but he is now the secret splendor rising from the void into the transcendent. The night who had put on the mask has now turned into a wonderful face. The error is fled, the misconception is gone, the illusion exists no more, and what is there now is a marvelous form responding to her gaze. All grace, all glory, all divinity are now collected in one single form. Grace and glory and divinity are now present in the transformed form. In him, the fourfold being rises: Virata, Hiranyagarbha, Prajnana Ghana, and the ineffable, the Anandamaya. The fourfold being arise, and the tremendous sense of the universe becomes clear. It is this fourfold being who is actually the governor of this universe. And the meaning of this creation now becomes clear because it is in the charge of this fourfold being. The bliss that made the world lives in his body. Such a great transformation has taken place in death that the place itself that created this world is now living in his body. Night, the dim mask grows into a wonderful face.